Yeah.
Okay, it is 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock, and we are live. Straight up 6 o'clock, a special late show. Some of the folks have asked for late shows, Bree, so we're going to give them a late show.
Of course.
And so that is the lovely lady Brianna.
Hello.
And you have been working hard on some animated lower thirds, some kind of cool things. Let's see if we can demo. Let's see if we can demo one here. Go ahead and turn on the key.
Turn on the key.
And if I hit, oh, wait, we shouldn't have had that like that. We already screwed up. Okay, so there we go. You've got the key on. So all I have to do is press this button. And then if I press it again, the second part comes on.
And then
I press it again.
That one goes away, and then
it flies away. Kind of cool. Now, look, I figured this out. If I hit the back arrow, that gets it ready to go again. So now at any time, I can hit this, and I can do the whole routine again.
There you go.
Right? How cool is that? And so that's a little animated lower third. Oh, you better pull up the chat.
That's on Keynote.
On there. She created them in Keynote, and then it's a downstream key, I think they call it, right? On the switcher. I think it's a downstream key. So that is pretty nice. So let me go ahead and let it fly off again. And then hit the back arrow so it's ready to play again.
We have one for Mid-Atlantic.
Blue is in the house. Blue is in the house. He just got in, so maybe we'll show him the whole routine. So this, yeah, cool animation. So he saw it. Okay, so let's do it again here. We got a new toy. We're going to play with it. We're going to hit it one time. There you are. Hit it again.
This is the actual dress.
There goes the background, and you're wearing the actual dress that's in the thumbnail. And then I hit it again, and it flies right on off. Good job. And you'll be able to do some even fancier animations as you play with this a little bit. This was just a fairly basic one.
Yeah, just by watching a YouTube video.
That you got us started with. And so let me see. Nice dress, Bree. There you go.
Thank you.
And let me see now if we can... tell you what, let's turn off...
I want to share this on Twitter.
Let's turn off the keying for a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring up one of the other ones and show another one here. Okay, here's Little Treasury. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this, and that'll get it ready. All right, and now I guess you hit the keying, right? And then, if we're lucky, if I hit this, it'll work. What do you think? Do you think it'll work?
Yes.
Let's try it. There's the little treasury. Hit it again. There comes the background on. You could automate it so it's just one hit, right? And they both come on if you wanted to. Okay, so...
There's different options.
So then if I hit it again, it'll fly right on off of there. How cool is that? So I hit the back arrow. And then I hit again, and I can cycle back through it. Okay, so here's the thing. Those that are really observant will notice that there's a black bar on either side when we're doing this special animation, this downstream key. And I believe the reason for that, I'm speculating here, but I believe the reason for that is that my old MacBook Pro that we're using for the green screen and for this animation, that MacBook Pro is not 16:9 ratio.
Right.
And so that's why there's the black bar on either side. I think if I had a more modern computer hooked up, this one's 10 years old. This good old MacBook Pro just keeps chugging along, 10 years old. If I had a modern computer hooked up with a 16:9 ratio screen, I think we would not have those black bars on either side. So go ahead and turn off the key, and you see now we've gone back to full screen without the black bar on either side. Bob's in the house. Imagine having a Grand Seiko instead of a Rolex. Yeah, let's talk about that. So I've got a Grand Seiko stunner on here, an SBGY002, 18 karat gold stunner, and super comfortable on wrist. I love the deployant clasp. Very easy to take this on and off. I'll do it right here live on the show just to show you. And so there it is, off wrist. The beautiful SBGY002, and then see how I put it on. I just thread it through these two, and then just boom, it's just on instantly without any unnecessary flexing of the strap. And then I've got my 18 karat gold FOPE bracelet on the right wrist, and so I've got just a super power combination here. Comfortable, dead accurate spring drive. This is manual wind. This has no date. And I have to say, it's been a few days since I wore it, and it was actually stopped. And this really drove home the fact that I made a good choice by having the spring drive with no date, no complications on it. So it was so quick and easy to set. I just gave it a couple of winds. I let it get around to the second hand to the noon, midnight, indication, the 12 indication. Then I pulled out the crown to stop the second hand. Then I set the time at the next minute after the current minute, right? Then I waited for the time to come around to that minute and just push the crown back in. Then I finished winding it. So it was so quick and easy to do. Back in the day when I had my date 8, and I had the same thing I'd have to go through. I wouldn't wear it for a couple days. It will have stopped. And then, my gosh, you've got to get the day and the date in sync. You got to set the time. It's just, it's much more of a chore. This was so much easier, this one, just setting it and putting it on the wrist and going. And you've got the same thing with your
Grand
stunner.
Seiko
Your stunner has no date on it.
GX038. Right, no date.
No date, so you don't have to worry about months with 31 days or 30 or 29 or whatever number of days there are. You don't have to care because it's not on there. And the only thing you have to do is when they have daylight savings time, you have to change it for an hour. Change it in an hour.
And it doesn't have the deploying clasp.
And you don't have the deploying clasp on yours. Yeah, that's it.
So it bends.
But you can do it. You can do it. And you've got several extra straps.
I do like the strap. I mean.
Yeah, and you've got several extras. So that strap came from HD Straps, hdstraps.com. And let's see, Blue says MacBook is the Pro. All right. And so, yeah, and it's interesting that Bob would bring that up, Grand Seiko instead of Rolex. There was a big discussion about Grand Seiko. And it's interesting that you hear a lot of these things that people say about Grand Seiko. You can tell they're totally clueless, that they've never held one in their hand, right? They've never even seen one in person probably, because they're comparing them to a Seiko. Like there's any comparison between a Seiko and a Grand Seiko, right? And so, yeah, they might want to take a look. And it's just like these people that say a lot of silly things about Bitcoin, right? They just don't know. It's just out of ignorance. So they just don't know, and it's very sad.
They treat it as an altcoin, I think.
Yeah, they act like the altcoins are the same as Bitcoin. They say crypto, right?
Crypto.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. There's Bitcoin, and then there's nothing else. The rest are like nothing, right?
Scams.
Yeah, and so there's that. Okay, let's go to the 231 stunner here real quick. I want to try to find another one of these beauties that you made up here. Let me see if I can find another one here.
They're all minimized.
Mid-Atlantic TV.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so if I hit play and let's see, you turn the key on, right?
Key on.
Key on, and then I just hit this button. It should work. You think it's going to work? Let's see.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, it's not on the program. Oh, you did picture in picture.
What was that?
You put the picture in picture on, not the keying. You needed the keying on.
Oh, I did this.
You did picture in picture, yeah. Okay, so
God.
there we go. That's a fail. Okay, so there we go. There's the first step. There's the second step.
And then they go together.
Looking good. And then I push it again, and they just fly right up. Now those, they flew together.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, okay.
Which one do you like the best?
I like it when it flies a little bit after, because then you can really see that it's more animated.
Okay.
I'd like it to fly
Yeah,
just after.
Okay.
So yeah, so there we go. We can put that back up for a little while. MidAtlanticTV.com. I love it. All right. Blue says Bitcoin or nothing. He's all the way with Bitcoin. And people were talking about the pullback that we had. You know, we had a pullback. We went up to like 58,000 and we pulled back, and I think we're at 54,000 something now. And I'm like, obviously they haven't been around very long. That's not much of a pullback. It was a little flash down.
They panic for
quicker,
nothing.
but yeah, but that's not much of a pullback.
I think it's way different this year.
Not compared to what we normally see, you know, in Bitcoin. Absolutely, it's different. All right. I haven't seen Steve. Where's Steve? Where's the Stevester? I haven't seen him in the chat.
Is he going to Skype in or something?
I don't know if he's going to Skype in, but I thought he was going to tune in and watch. And I would think he'd pop into the chat and say something about our fancy lower thirds. But oh well. Should we put his back up? Maybe that'll get him stirred up if we put his back up.
Somebody tell him.
Let's see if I can get his pulled up here. Oh wait, we did yours. We did one of yours. Let's do Little Treasury this time.
Treasury.
Okay, so if I hit play, all right, and then you turn on the key. Okay, and now if I hit this, and we can tell you turned on the key because we got the black bar. So if I hit this, that looks pretty cool. And then I hit it again. Bam. That looks super cool. I like it. I think it's kind of classy. Hit it again.
I think so.
And bam. I like it that way. I like that way. Yeah. So let's go here. Go here again. Little Treasury Jewelers, littletreasury.com. I think I've got his link in the description as well. If you want to buy the aforementioned Gold Stunner Grand Seiko, maybe he can get you one. They're hard to get though. The 002, he does not have one in stock, I don't think. He had two of these, and yours truly got one, and then the other one was sold a month or two later. Somebody scarfed it up, and that was it. That's all he had was two, but he might have.
Get more.
He might have something else he can put you in. Somebody.
I'm happy with this one though.
Bree is beautiful. Bless Bitcoin. Is he one of your followers, Fran? By the way, did you tweet that you're live?
I did tweet it.
Okay, so hopefully,
probably yeah.
Maybe he's one of your followers. Let us know in the chat, folks, if you would like her to model her dress. We've got camera.
Yeah, I can take off my jacket.
We got
it's
camera,
a bit cold right now.
Yeah, we got camera 2 set up.
I can take it off.
If you want her to model her dress, we can activate camera 2, and she can do that. But only if you guys want it. Only if you guys want her to do that.
Let us know.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's see. What else? What else have we been working on?
Let's see.
You're learning about Frederick.com and doing billing and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? You're learning
good skills.
You're learning about customer
for
management
for the future.
Yeah, customer management and all that kind of good stuff. And let's see, we did a photo shoot yesterday. And you did a video shoot with Kent. Was that the day before?
Yeah.
I lose track of the days. So you did a video shoot with Kent. You haven't released any of those videos yet, have you?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay, so maybe you'll release one.
We'll release one here on YouTube, right? On this.
Are you going to release one tonight or wait until tomorrow?
I want to release one tonight.
Okay, so she might release one of those videos tonight. You're going to release one on this channel?
I would like to.
And what about your channel? One on both? One on each?
Yeah. There's quite a few of them, so.
How many did you do? 5?
Yeah, there's 5. Wait, no, there were 6.
You did 6?
Yeah, 6 dances.
Wow, okay.
Him.
6 different.
He was playing his guitar.
6 different songs?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I didn't realize you did that many. That's pretty wild. Okay. So let me know, folks. Let me know in the chat what watches you guys are wearing today. Let us know.
Let us know.
I'm going to take that off, and actually we could have just said off right there, and that's how that works. So I like it. I like the animations, and I'm going to use one tomorrow in the show with Frederick Fentz.
Cool.
Frederick Fentz. Should we show it now? Let's show it now. Let's I saw it here somewhere. There it is. Da, 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 da. So all I need to do is do this, and then you need to do the little thing. Then I just do this, and
like
there's
the colors.
frederickfentz.com, frederickfentz.com, and just go like this, and boom. Now there they went together. That's okay. I kind of like it though when the logo kind of chases along after it a little bit, but I like both. I like both. Frederick Fentz, they're one of my clients. That's a little, is that a little bit smaller than the other ones? The other lower thirds looked a little bigger. I kind of like this size.
You like this size?
Kind of like this size
Oh,
for future,
yeah.
for future reference.
The
Yeah.
other ones are bigger.
Yeah. But I like them all. I like them all. They're nice and clean. You did a very good job. I should say so. And see, all I have to do is hit off.
And then.
And you know, it's interesting. We could put that on just by going like this.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you just leave it up there, then all you have to do is hit the key on, and there it goes. So that's pretty cool. So you can have a static one that way. Let's see. Coconuts and Dreams. What's your price prediction on Bitcoin?
Oof.
Well, I think it's just going to keep stair-stepping up. I think it's going to have some pullbacks. Bree and I talked about this a little earlier. I think we're not going to see the 20 and 30% and 40% and 80% pullbacks that we've seen in the past. In other words, I don't think we're going to have the major pullbacks like we've had in the past. I think we're going to be looking at maybe 10 or 15% pullbacks max. And the reason I say this is it looks like to me like when we have a pullback, big buyers are stepping in and buying up the dip. And I think it's harder for those who in the past have been able to manipulate the price by selling off a bunch and getting people scared and getting other people selling, and they've kind of manipulated a crash so that they can buy back cheap Bitcoin. I think it's harder for them to do that now. Yeah,
very risky.
And I think if they're shorting the market,
It's always been risky, but
they can get burned.
Like
they can get really burned. So I think that big money people are stepping in and buying these dips, and so the dips are not going to be as severe. That's my guess. We'll know more over the next couple of months to see if that holds true. And what will happen then is it'll be much more likely that people will not want to short the market. They won't want to take the risk. And so things will start stabilizing more, and then we'll just be stair-stepping up. We'll go sideways for a while, consolidate, and then step up, and then sideways and step up. That would be the best scenario for Bitcoin, because it would be looked at as more stable and just a constantly appreciating asset. I think that would be great. What's your price prediction? Okay, so I think by the end of this year, we're going to see six figures. We're going to see $100,000 plus Bitcoin. That's my guess. But nobody really knows for sure. Anybody that acts like they know.
Plan B.
Plan B's been pretty right, though. He's been pretty right. Matt's in the house. I'm going to make a Dogecoin diss rap in response to Bree's Bitcoin videos wearing a snowflake ATM. Okay. Cool. Matt in the house getting creative. Farhan Ali, Hulk. He's wearing the Hulk. Okay. Steve's in the house. We talked about Steve.
Oh.
Hey, just got home to see this. Run that little treasury lower 1/3 again, please. Okay, let's do it. Hold on. Let me pull it up here.
Sure. Let's show them.
We can do that. We can do the little treasury one.
Whoops.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Come on now. We've got an audience. We've got an audience. You can't be screwing up. Let me find it first. Here we go. This is live television, folks. That's how you can tell it's live. Is the
TV
little
worth watching.
the little mistakes like that. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to push button once, and then we're going to push it again, and there you go. There's the cool little treasury lower third, and I'm going to push again, and it's going to take off to the right. Isn't that cool? Going to push the arrow back, and then I'm going to do that again, the whole routine. So there you go. And now, once it's like that, if we want to, we can just toggle on and off with the key here, and that puts it on and off the screen. And you can notice when I put it on, I've got those black bars down either side. Again, that's because the monitor I'm using, the laptop I'm using, is not 16:9 resolution. So, and I went in the settings, and it doesn't look like I can set it, force it to be that.
Yeah.
I guess they weren't thinking forward enough back in 2010 when they made my MacBook Pro.
They weren't thinking long term.
They weren't thinking long term, that's right. So there you go. Let us know in the chat, Steve, what you think about that lower third that we made, cobbled together there. Quick and easy. Well, actually, it took you a little while because you had to figure it out. And the sad thing is that each one has to be custom made. We tried to do there's a duplicate option in the program that you're using. Keynote. There's a duplicate option. You can duplicate it. And I thought all she'd have to do is edit the text and switch out the logo, and she wouldn't have to do all the settings for the animation and all that. But it turns out you do have to do it.
Have to do it.
You have to redefine
separately.
all that stuff for each one that you do. So no shortcut on that. But what we can do, we can save this one. If he wants this one, we could save it and email it to him, right?
Oh, yeah.
He could
So
open
he can use
this.
it
He could
for his
open
own
this
license.
in his program, and he could use it if he likes it. But and maybe when you get a chance, you can do a how-to video. You can record a how-to video showing people how to do this, because I think that you can do a better job explaining it than the video that you watched to do it, because he didn't do a very good job. Let's see. There's too many heavy hitters jumping on every dip. The prices will be fairly stable, all things considered, Matt. That would be really cool if this plays out that way, Matt, because that'll take away some of the severe volatility that people have complained about with Bitcoin. That's been one of the big complaints. It'd be nice to eliminate that, the volatility on the downside. We don't mind the volatility on the upside. Steve's in the house. Very cool job, Bree. Thanks.
Thank you.
Want it. Oh, so he wants this animation.
We'll email him.
He wants this one. Wow. That's cool, because let me tell you something. Steve has high standards. He doesn't, he wouldn't just use just any old lower third.
Yeah.
And see, that's why he's so successful, is he doesn't fool around as far as the products that he offers at Little Treasury Jewelers. It's curated, it's first rate. There's no junk. You're not going to walk in there and leave out with any junk.
I mean, I got a FOPE EKA from there.
Yeah, you sure did.
And it's pretty amazing.
And you wear it all the time, right?
I wear it all the time. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to start wearing mine more. I generally only wear it when I wear the 002, but maybe I'll start wearing it more. So the problem with having the lower third on there is you can't see the watch when I'm gesticulating and doing my thing. So we're going to hit the key off just for now. There we go. You got to remember, we got to put that back up when we wrap the show.
Okay.
Put his lower third back up on there. Maybe we should do the animation again. Yeah, go ahead and turn the key back on. Let's do the animation. Let's go like this. That should take it off. And go like this. And put it back on. Just like that. How cool is that? Oh boy, new play toy, folks. A new play toy. I'm going to have to get that new laptop sooner rather than later so I can get rid of those bars on either side. We have to do a test, Bree. We need to hook up your laptop
with
and
mine.
see if that solves the problem. Before I spend
see.
a bunch of money and buy another laptop and find out that
can
that
just
doesn't
use
even
mine.
solve the problem. Yeah.
Are you buying more Bitcoin, or are you happy with what you have?
Very good question. I feel very comfortable with the amount of Bitcoin that I own. That said, I do have some of my Bitcoin deposited with BlockFi, and I'm earning interest paid in Bitcoin. So my stash is growing, and I don't plan on touching that, the growth. In other words, I will have to pay taxes on that because it's just like any interest income, right? They send you a 1099 or whatever at the end of the year. I forget the form they send you, but anyway, they send you the form and you've got to pay taxes on that. But my plan is to just let that continue to accumulate, and so my stash will grow that way. I'm not really planning on buying any more. If it dipped down to like $10,000 or something, I would have to buy some more, right? But I don't think that's in the cards. And so I'm not planning on spending $50,000 plus for Bitcoin. Now, having said that, if I didn't have any, if I was a no-coiner, I would scrape together any which way I can, and I'd buy at least one. I would own at least one Bitcoin if I was a no-coiner. So I would not want to get caught 20 years from now without at least one whole Bitcoin. So, and Bree, you're still accumulating Bitcoin. I know
I still am.
but you're mainly getting it through donations. You've had subscribers that have been kind enough to send you donations, and you also have, now you have a Litecoin QR code on your page. So if people want to send you Litecoin,
the address too.
Do you have the Ethereum address on there too?
Not that, but we should add it.
You should add it.
I should add it.
Yeah, you should add Ethereum so that they can send you Ethereum or Litecoin if they choose to donate those. So, yeah. Let's see. What's a good amount of Bitcoin to own? A Coconut and Dreams. Years ago, Adam Meister came up with the number 21 Bitcoin. He suggested 21 Bitcoin is how many Bitcoin you should own. And I agree. I think that's a good number. I think that there's going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So that puts you in the top 1 million, right?
1%.
Well, no, not 1%. That puts you in the top 1 million. Is that 1%? 1 out of 1 million? No, that's not 1%.
No, it's 0.01%.
So we're not good at math here, but in any event, he came up with that number, and Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, you could query him as to why he came up with that number, but that was the number he recommended to me some years ago, and I took it to heart. And he also recommended at that point in time to not be trying to trade the market and buy and sell and all that stuff. He said, just buy and hold. It's a lot simpler.
Play around with altcoins.
You know, because I was explaining to Bree earlier today, if you sell, then you've got to pay that capital gains tax. And even if it's a long-term capital gain, it's still 15%. So if you try to time the market, let's say the other day you sold at 58,000, you know, and then you try to buy back on the dip, right? It's got to be more than a 15% dip for you to come out ahead, assuming the majority of your Bitcoin was profit at that time, right? Because you got to pay that 15% tax. So you've got to really get a severe dip to come out ahead just on the taxes. So, yeah, it's tricky business to try to time the market. So I think it's better just to buy and hold. Kyle Jet says, we are live, late show. Yes, some folks have asked for a late show. And this one, it just worked out that we were behind schedule.
Right.
So we decided to go ahead and do a late show. You know, nobody asked you in the chat to model your dress.
They don't need to model my dress.
So you've been able to wear your jacket the whole time. Okay, that's fine. You're more comfortable that way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if they don't want you to model the dress, that's okay. You know? So there you go. And the reason she's wearing this particular dress is this is she used this icon on her social media.
Yeah,
on your Twitter. Let's go ahead and show that. What the heck? We can show that.
For the lower third.
Yeah, we can show that. Let me see if I can find.
The keynote program. Brief it
Here it
dance.
is. And we go to your Twitter. Brief it dance.
Well, it's with the laser eyes.
Well, yeah, they've just added the laser eyes, but that's fine. Hold on, let me close this.
I just have the
Okay,
dress
go
there.
ahead and show that. There you go.
The laser eyes.
There's they added the laser eyes, and the whole. And by the way, she's at Brief It Dance on all the social media programs. Okay, so explain the laser eyes thing.
Well, basically, we're gonna have to keep that laser eyes until Bitcoin hits $100,000.
$100,000.
$100,000.
Everybody's doing the laser eyes. I don't have the laser eyes. Some fan of yours did your icon with the laser eyes.
Yeah, they added the laser eyes on.
No fan has done that for me, so I just don't rate. Let's see. How old is Bree? You turned 21 recently.
I turned 21.
And that's why Bree is doing 21 of the Bitcoin VIP songs. She's doing 21 of those. And that's honoring her 21st birthday, the year 2021, and 21 million Bitcoin. Just noticed that Bree hit 1K subs. Oh, on your YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. Got to keep working those subs.
We ate subs.
We went to Hoffman's Market today and picked up a roast beef sub and a cold cut sub. And we devoured the roast beef sub just before the show. And later on this evening, we'll devour the
cold cut.
The cold cut sub. That's how we do it now. When we go there, we get 2 subs and we devour them. So, trying to think what else.
The Great Bree set.
Oh, by the way, cut to the 231. I got to make a comment on this because I was wearing this the other day and I was thinking, I haven't checked the time on this for quite a while. I haven't checked the accuracy, right?
So what happened?
So I think it's still within a few seconds. Let's go ahead and do a check on this. Let's do this live, okay? So I'm going to do time. Whoops. TIME, time.gov. Okay, and so what we're going to do, Bree, is we're going to do a picture-in-picture. Go ahead and do a picture-in-picture. No, we don't want that. We want... Oh, wait a second. Maybe we can't do this picture-in-picture.
Oh, maybe this?
No, I don't think we can do that one picture-in-picture. See, we used to be able to do this side by side, but now we can't do it. How can we do this?
Really?
No, I don't think we can put this side by side with it. Well, go ahead and press 4. See, if you do picture-in-picture, it's just going to do camera 1 with that. See, it just does camera 1.
Oh.
So that doesn't do us any good. So go ahead and let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to toggle quickly. Okay, so go back to camera 3. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to see how sharp these guys are. We're going to toggle when it gets to 30 seconds, Bree. You see that second hand? When it gets to 30 seconds, I want you to hit 4, and they'll be able to see what the time is. So do it right there. Boom. So I had 5:33. It was just about right on 30 seconds. Let's do it again when we get straight up. Go ahead and go back to the watch. And when we get straight up, it looks like to me it's right on the second. And I'm telling you, I have not played with the watch. I haven't changed the time in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so when it gets straight up there, hit the button.
34.
It's like spot on.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
This is insane. This watch never ceases to amaze me. I mean, it actually, though, I have to admit, it was a little bit fast. It was putting on about a second a month or so, or maybe a little less than a second a month. So it was a few seconds fast. So now it's drifted the other way to where it's back to right on, spot on. It's like fixing itself. If it gets a little fast, somehow it has a sixth sense. It has a Grand Seiko sense, and it readjusts itself. It's pretty insane. It's pretty
That
insane. Is
insane.
that some Spanish?
Oh, what was it? Show us your dress, lovely Brie. Okay, sure.
Is this Spanish?
Felicidades, Brie. That's like congratulations in Spanish.
Okay.
Qué increíble, Brie es todo un personaje.
And what's that?
She's a personality person.
Okay.
And then genial. That's awesome.
Okay. John says they also said they know who Satoshi was, but he is dead. Who said that? I didn't hear that. That would be interesting. Now there was one guy. Is it Hal Finney or something? There was one of the original gangster guys.
Yeah.
That passed away. But a lot of people. Hal Finney, is that who it was? But a lot of people said that that's not true. That was just a rumor that he was Satoshi, and that just definitely was not true. So I don't know about all that. So I think if we knew who Satoshi was, I think that'd be big news. I think a lot of people would be talking about it. So Jean, I'm not so sure that that's the case. Coconuts and Dreams, are you two dating? No, we're not. No, we're not. But Bree does not have a ring on her finger. She is available, but she's picky.
But you gotta have Bitcoin.
She's picky, and they have to be a gentleman.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Be successful.
Yeah.
And generous.
And generous. Yeah, she's very picky. Scroll up. Is there something we missed?
Show us your. Oh, is it what John said? Oh, Craig, I talked to someone in the government who told me they're building some type of quantum computer to hack Bitcoin and crash the whole system. Saturday will be ready next week.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, the quantum computers have been they've been promising those for years and years, and no, they've been a total failure. So I wouldn't count on that. I wouldn't hang my hat on being able to hack the Bitcoin system with some phantom quantum computer. I don't think that's going to happen. And if somebody did come up with a quantum computer, I can think of a whole lot more creative things to do than to try to crash the Bitcoin network with it. Let's see. Craig, you haven't told us about the new Coca-Cola glass. What happened to I broke it. I still have one. I had two. I knocked it over and I broke it the other day.
They missed the USA glass.
For some reason, though, this one has a few water spots on it, but I guess it'll end up with as many water spots on it as the other one eventually, because I have hard water here.
Oh, they want me to show the dress. So.
But I'm not really happy that I broke that, but I did break it. So if anybody wants to send me some USA glasses, we'll gladly take donations. Let's see. Craig has Bitcoin and is kind and is well-dressed. Yeah, but the problem is, here's the problem. I don't have enough runway, right? That's a nice way of saying that I'm too old. We need to find somebody younger that can take care of Brianna, for a long time and into her old age. I won't be able to do that because I won't be around when she hits her old age. So we need to find somebody kind and generous and nice, right?
It can be nice.
That can take care of you. All right. You want to show it?
Yes.
We're going to show the dress. We're going to cut back to the 231 stunner while she gets in place. Okay, and let's see. We'll cut to camera 2. And are you gonna take the jacket off completely? There we go, so they can see the dress completely. And what boots do you have on?
These are full quill
ostrich
boots, black cherry.
With ostrich uppers, with smoothed ostrich uppers.
Very smooth.
And those were made in San Antonio. Those are rare puppies. Rare puppies, indeed. And see, the reason I said that they've got smooth, you can see your tag there in the back, Bree. The reason that I said those are smooth ostrich uppers is a lot of ostrich boots that are the full quill ostrich on the bottom, the top portion is like, some kind of cowhide or horsehide or something other than ostrich, right? They're not always all ostrich all the way up. and those that you have are in fact all ostrich, which is the way to go. Which is absolutely the way to go. That is a fun dress. It's like something Marilyn Monroe would wear.
I think so.
Yep. All right. Jean says, I hope the news isn't true, but that's what they told me. Yeah, I think somebody gave you some false information, Jean. Okay.
Should I keep it off?
Well, if you're...
Or, get cold, maybe not.
Yeah, if you're cold, you don't want to be cold. Okay. All right. So, let's see, what else? What else are we... Oh, first of all, let's get the little treasury thing ready, because just in case we need to show that. Oh, we should show your website too, though, before we forget. And we've got it right here.
Oh, can we show the pictures from our dance with Kent?
We can show some, yep. Okay, so let's show your website first. And that's briefitdance.com. And it's quite a comprehensive web page with lots of videos, and those are all her social media links. And then there are links for donations. These are the ways that you can help support her so that she can continue to dance for you guys. Okay, so there's...
And also Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin donation links. All the ways you can show your support, show that you're a real fan. And then at the bottom of the page, there are a list of her songs, her Bitcoin VIP songs, which she's going to have 21. So far, she has 15. 15 on here so far. Which really, you're actually going to end up with 22 VIP. Well, 23.
Songs.
Because, well, no, I mean, because you've got in this one, number 13, there's 2 VIPs. And in the one... Pomper Peter, there's 2 there, so you're going to end up with more than 21 VIPs. You're going to have 21 songs.
But
you're going to have 21, 22, 23 VIPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is okay. The key is you're going to have 21 songs.
Because I'm singing about...
So you've done 15 so far. Elon Musk was the latest one, okay? And, okay, switch back to the 231. Let's bring up these pictures. These pictures. Okay, and I think we showed this one the other day.
We did.
Okay. And, oh, that's Frederick Fence. Oh, go ahead and go back to the 231. I think I got to reload these. Okay. All right, so this is the one of you and Kent.
I like that picture.
Okay, it's still loading in. It's kind of soft. It hasn't loaded in yet. Flickr has been running slow. Cut back to the 231 until that thing loads in. I don't know what's going on here. Reload it. There, it's sharp. Okay, so yeah, that's a still that we took from the shoot where he was playing some songs and you were dancing.
I was dancing, yes.
And that's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be some pretty cool videos that you're going to be releasing here shortly. Okay, you want to show some more?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, those are the processed and unprocessed.
Okay, gotcha. There's one of Kent.
That's why there's
and the rest of these, I think, are just Kent.
Yeah.
And notice they're processed versus unprocessed. So there's processed, and there's unprocessed. Wow. You can see a difference. I don't know which I like better, though. All right, cut back. I'm going to bring up the... we promised Steve that we would show his little treasury one before we were done. because we're going to end the show pretty soon here, folks. We're going to end pretty soon. So, okay, let's turn on the key.
Turn on the key.
Turn on the key. I love it. How cool is that? LittleTreasury.com. We're getting really sophisticated here in our own age. I hope the news. Is Kent coming on the show anytime soon? He was here and he left in a hurry.
He didn't, yeah.
He said that he wanted to get home before it got too dark and all this. He kind of left in a hurry. He did a number of songs with Bree, and those videos will be up. There'll be one up on the channel here and one up on her channel. But I was hoping he would stick around and do a show, but he didn't. He took off.
Didn't eat with us.
Yeah, he didn't eat. Normally he eats. Normally he loves to sit down and have dinner, but he was in a hurry for some reason. So, yeah.
It's okay. We had fun.
Absolutely.
And it was cold, though. It was cold.
Yeah, so maybe he didn't want to risk it. You know, he said something about black ice on the road. Black ice. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think we brought everybody up to date.
I think so.
And we've done what we need to do.
Stay tuned for
and
more
by the
songs.
way, how is your watch doing? How is that doing?
Which watch?
Your Grand Seiko. How's it doing accuracy wise?
Very accurate. Maybe like a millisecond off. It's very accurate.
She says, don't mess with a 9F, right?
No.
Don't even try to mess with a 9F. By the way, where's Derek? Derek should be in here, you know. Yeah. Chiding us, you know, asking us not to end the show. And Megan, she should be popping in now that we're getting ready to end up the show.
The last second.
Right? She should pop in. We're going to give you guys a minute to put in any additional questions or comments or anything like that. And then we're going to wrap this puppy up. I say wrap it up. There's that. Let's see now if I hit the back arrow. Oh, wait. No, I got to hit this arrow here.
Yeah, so they can go.
Yeah, let them do their thing. Then I hit the back arrow. Then I can just put his thing on. Look, how cool is that? I can just put that on and leave that there for a little while. That's kind of cool, right? Buy the Dipco Bitcoin. Bitcoin for beginners. Yep. Buy. I say buy. I think there are going to be people that are going to... I think there are going to be people that are going to regret not buying Bitcoin.
I think so too.
I think that's going to be an issue. I think that's going to be something that's going to happen. Kyle says, I think many people miss this because of the time change. Yeah, and I think we did the time change for Tom, and he's not here. I think he's the one that asked for a later show, and then he's not here. What can you do? You can't please everybody. All right. Well, on that note, I think we're going to let the show go. I think we're going to wrap it up. When is Steve doing a show next? Good question. Hopefully this will inspire him. Bree's going to send him this new lower third, and hopefully
seems like he's inspired.
Hopefully he's going to want to use that and do a show, and that'll get him inspired. I wonder, I kind of like it with the contrasting font, with the different font from his logo.
Oh, the logo itself?
Do you think we should try to make the LittleTreasury.com font match the font that they used on their thing? Or do you think we should leave it like this with a different, like sort of like a contrasting font style? Let me know in the chat. Anybody that's still watching, let
us know.
Let us know in the chat if you think we should try to match that LittleTreasury.com font, if we should try to match the font in the Little Treasury Jewelers or leave it kind of contrasting like that. Let's say Steve. Oh, Steve's in here. Maybe he can answer the question. He says 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 days for next show.
Awesome.
Okay. Why don't you do it both in 1 and in 2 days? How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Keep
Both.
everybody entertained.
Both. Yeah. That's what they want. They want both. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to leave this on and see if we get any feedback on what they think about the font. Kyle Jett says nice. Nice as in, you mean he's going to do 2 shows back to back? Or nice in that you like the
Font.
lower third?
Lower third.
Please be please be specific.
But yeah, let us know if you guys like the font differently or if you want to make it the same.
Yeah, if you would like us to try to match the font. Cliff Dweller, always enjoy watching your show. Font looks fine the way it is.
Okay.
All right. That's a twofer. That's a twofer. He always enjoys watching the show and he likes the font.
Awesome.
That's what we call a twofer. By the way, we had to stretch Bree's hat a little bit to get it to fit. It fits a little better now.
Yeah, it does.
Should we stretch it some more?
No, this is perfect.
You think it's okay now? Okay, good. Good. And the more you wear it, the more it'll conform.
Shape up.
It'll conform to the shape of your head. That's the way it works. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. Looks good, says Kyle. Steve says, can you make the lower third the same size as the one you showed? Leaves room to see watches. In other words, smaller. Yeah, I think we should make it smaller.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing, Steve, with this. I think you don't want to leave it on the whole time. I think the idea is that you put it on and off from time to time, and that way they get to see the animation, and it's kind of fun. And so it doesn't need to be quite as small, but I think we should make it a little smaller. I think it's a little bit too big the way it is. But don't make it too small because you want it to be easily, you want people to be able to read it on a phone. So maybe you should look and see on the phone. And let's do one smaller, Bree, and let's leave this one. Let's do another one that's smaller.
Okay.
And then maybe do one that's a slightly different font for him.
Okay.
Give him like 3 to choose from.
Sure.
Can you handle that?
I can handle that.
I agree. Mainly used for opening and closings. Let's see.
The live shows.
And Steve, you can also use it like in between, like if you're, fixing to do something or whatever, you could put it up there and then pull it down once you get the watch ready, positioned and all that, then you could pull it down. The nice thing is you can just hit the button. There's an on-off button here for the key. You can just turn it on and off like that right away, right? So you don't even have to do the animation if you don't want to. But here's the thing. I think you're going to want to have 2 computer inputs. This is the sticky wicket here. I think you're going to want to have one computer input to show different things on your computer and one to use dedicated for this lower third. Because you really don't want to try to be using the same computer for both. It's a little bit more work, right? So if you can have 2 computers hooked up and use one as a dedicated lower third computer and one for other computer related things, then that would be a good solution. Like when fixing focus. Yeah, there you go.
Nice dress.
Yeah, and we're going to have some fun with this. We're going to create some other animations and some other cool things. Imagine you could have an animation with like a really cool like watch flying into the screen. Sort of like the animations that you do on your videos. You guys do some animations on those, on your videos. You could do some stuff like that with this. You could get really fancy with this stuff. We can up our game. What do you think? Mid-Atlantic TV, we can up our game.
I mean, it's TV worth watching, so.
For 2021, we can up our game.
We could.
I have an extra computer hooked up, so ready to go. All right. What is Bree's favorite dog breed?
I don't have one.
You don't? Okay, so she's going to have to study up on that. All right, we're going to let them go.
German Shepherd?
We're going to let them go. Let's cut back to, what do you think, the 231 for a wrap-up? Thanks for watching, folks. That's the best diver. That's the best diver you'll ever wear. I'll tell you that's the case there. And it's spot-on accurate. We checked the accuracy live on the show earlier, and it is, in a word, amazing. So there you go.
Thank you all for watching.
Yes, for sure.
Subscribe.